You're tuning into Black and White Sports on YouTube. The no-holds-barred truth on sports. The main event starts now.
But we got a lot to talk about, man. Crazy stuff happening yesterday in the NFL. I'm pretty sure by now, unless you've been living under a rock, Antonio Brown pulled some antics yesterday during the Buccaneers game, and we got some new information that also dropped on this. So it's gonna be interesting, very interesting right here.
Well, and the one little tidbit of information we're going to get to, that's going to be very interesting because if that might be proven to be true, then the NFL might get involved. And I think you know what I'm talking about. If that is legit from AB, that could get interesting, actually. Goodell could get involved, and there could be some fallout from that.
Yeah. Because the gist of the story is, the word is that Bruce Arians told Antonio Brown to go into the game, and he refused. He didn't want to go back into the game. And then he, has a tantrum, rips off his jersey, throws down his shoulder pads, and he leaves. That's just very, very weird. But now the new information is that Antonio Brown was injured. Let me share the screen here, and we will look at this. Now, we don't know if this is true or not, but it says Antonio Brown felt he was too injured to return to play versus the Bucs. Now, this is from today over on Bleacher Report. So we're reading this fresh, just like you guys as well. And Rob, I see your super chat. I'm going to get to it here shortly. Antonio Brown reportedly felt he was too injured to return to Sunday's game against the New York Jets, leading to the bizarre end to his tenure with the Tampa Bay Buccaneers. Ian Rappaport of NFL Network reported Brown, who has been limited in practice and missed several weeks with an ankle injury, argued with Bruce Arians and the Bucs offensive staff over his health and refused to re-enter the game. Quote, what he told the staff, from what I understand, is that he was not going into the game because, in his mind, he did not feel he was healthy, Rappaport said. The response then from the offensive coaches and from Bruce Arians was, quote, if you are not going to go into the game when we tell you to go into the game, then you cannot be here. At that point, he threw him off the sidelines and then cut him from the team. So right there, that's when Bruce Arians cut him, when he right there on the field. I was thinking, it was probably like after the game. Brown stripped off his uniform. Let me get rid of these pop-ups. Brown stripped off his uniform on the sidelines, tossed his undershirt into the crowd, and then proceeded to walk to the locker room, cutting through the field as the Bucs and Jets were lining up for a play. It was a wild end to a tenure fraught with controversy since Brown's arrival in Tampa. Quote, he is no longer a Buc, Arians told reporters after the game. That's the end of the story. Arians later told Peter King of NBC Sports that the situation was a shame and he feels bad for Brown, who can't help himself. Teammate Mike Evans tried stopping the outburst before Brown took it too far, but was unsuccessful. So, according to this report, before he even quit on the team, according to this, Bruce Arians had already cut him. So maybe that's why he went out in style like that.
Have you ever heard of a player being cut on the field? Being released during a game on the spot?
Yeah. Now, this didn't come from Bruce Arians, but keep that in mind, guys.
Yeah. Well, and we also have to be aware, look, sometimes these reports will come out through people, and I've covered this on the live channel when it comes to Jimmy Garoppolo. guys like Adam Schefter, guys like Ian Rappaport, they have relationships with agents, okay? And agents will start feeding them information in order to get it out there on the player's behalf, in order to save face, in order to put that seed of doubt into, in this case for Antonio Brown, another team's mind. In other words, he was injured. That's interesting. Was he really injured? What if he was injured? And if they told him to go back in the game, blah, 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 blah. Okay. And look, obviously his goal now is going to be to find another team. Personally, I thought his NFL career would be completely over.
Yeah.
But if the seed of doubt of injury starts creeping into somebody's mind, then, for example, you've got a lot of owners around the league that have history of taking chances on malcontents. And something I just thought about in the last hour before we went live, you have a team in Dallas that just lost Michael Gallup for the rest of the year.
Yep.
And Jerry Jones has made a career out of troubled wide receivers, whether it's Terrell Owens, Michael Irvin, all these receivers over time, and all of a sudden, we know Jerry is desperate for a Super Bowl ring before his career ends, before his life ends. Okay. Yeah. This is going to be interesting. This is going to be interesting. I do, to a certain extent, agree with some of the people in the chat. This feels like a partial publicity stunt. If he had a rap song waiting to be released, which we didn't find out about until right before we went live.
That.
Right. The NFLPA may get involved in this. The Players Association may get involved in this. If he is injured or any of that, or if there is even a seed of doubt that he is injured, because look, there's people speculating right now that Jimmy Garoppolo's not really injured in 49ers land, and that his agents leaked the injury information because he was coming off the worst game of his career, and they want him to have trade value. That's how this kind of thing works in league circles. It was unbelievable. I'd never seen a player. Have you ever seen a player react that way on the field?
No,
ever?
No. It's just way, way, way too bizarre. I just didn't see that, and I didn't know what was going on. I was kind of like haphazardly just kind of watching. I was like, wait a minute, he's running off the field. What happened? Nobody really knew.
Thanks for watching the show. Be sure to like, comment, and subscribe. Be sure to tune in next time on Black and White Sports.